This is breaking news from WCCO News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Frank Vassalero, and we are following breaking news right now out of North Minneapolis. A federal officer has shot someone in a neighborhood of North Minneapolis. This shooting comes exactly 1 week after an ICE agent shot and killed Renee Good in South Minneapolis. This is a live chopper shot. We're talking about an area of around 24th Avenue North. We already have a statement from the Department of Homeland Security. This all began around 7 o'clock this evening. They tell us that federal law enforcement officers were targeting a traffic stop of what they call an illegal alien from Venezuela. They said this person evaded arrest, got out of the car and ran, crashed his vehicle. He said the person then got out and started running on foot. The federal officer caught up to the person who was running away, tried to go ahead and arrest him, and they say he resisted and violently began to assault the officer. They say that while the federal agent was on the ground, there was a struggle, and two people came out of a nearby apartment and then started to attack the federal officer with a snow shovel and a broom handle. The officer said that he was being attacked by those three people now and fearing for his life, took out his weapon and fired his shots. One hit the original person he was chasing in the leg. They say all three people then ran back in the apartment and barricaded themselves inside. The officer who was attacked trying to make the arrest and also the person from Venezuela who he shot are both in the hospital right now. As you can see, there is a large police presence on that entire block, lots of flashing lights, a lot of people who are now alerted to what's going on as well. And of course, this comes 7 days after another shooting involving a federal officer. Our Ashley Grams is on the ground there. She's on the scene near 24th Avenue North in Minneapolis. Ashley, what are you seeing? What can you tell us?
Yeah, Frank, of course, you mentioned that chopper shot. We can see this investigation is still ongoing. We know federal agents and law enforcement are still in this area just behind me, and of course a crowd of protesters as well. It wasn't long after our photojournalist arrived on scene that other people did as well, and you can probably hear those whistles. We've been hearing those throughout the Twin Cities. Those are supposed to signify the presence of federal law enforcement, and we see a lot of folks here lashing out at these federal agents as they drive in and out of this area. I personally saw someone kicking at a car as federal agents were trying to get through. We've also seen folks pointing fireworks in the direction of these officers as they continue to block off this area. So you can see the crowd gathered here, and there's actually some tape they had up that has now fallen to the ground. A lot of these folks not happy to see these agents here in this neighborhood. They continue to voice their opposition and also aggression at times. We know that there was a armored car who actually tried to come around here, get into this area. Our photojournalist saw that armored car surrounded, and he said it eventually turned around. You might be able to see that sign there kind of on the right of this crowd. It says ICE out now, and that's what some of these protesters are trying to communicate. Now, we have seen these folks moving around because this is a pretty large area. We've got several streets blocked off here. At times they say, you know, we see ICE agents on this side, come to this side. So this group is fluidly moving around this area trying to oppose these agents at this point. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on what we see here. We have seen what appears to be tear gas that's been deployed, as well as some flashbangs as well, as this crowd continues to clash with agents in this area. Frank, back to you.
Ashley, I know I probably have more facts about what happened than you did since you've been out there, but did you see an ambulance? Did you see anyone being put into it? We understand that this Venezuelan immigrant, or possibly undocumented Venezuelan, was shot in the leg by ICE. Did you see? And then we also understand the ICE agent had to go to the hospital as well. Did you see anyone getting taken away by ambulance earlier?
I personally did not see an ambulance, and actually a lot of people here on scene seem to be trying to determine what's going on for themselves as well. A lot of people out here unsure of what happened inside this area that's under investigation.
Oh, so those folks might not even be aware of what went down. They just see the presence of ICE and they're reacting.
Sure, that could be why some of the folks are out here. They hear those whistles, they come out to ask what's going on. There are other people who seem to understand that there is some kind of possibly, a shooting going on with law enforcement, but a lot of people out here who are responding, walking past us, trying to ask questions, trying to figure out what's going on, and of course we're trying to do that as well.
Yeah, I get it. We saw that chopper shot, Ashley, just so you're aware, on one of the parallel streets to where you are, we saw several law enforcement vehicles with flashing lights heading down that way. I don't know if their intent is to try to get their own people out or try to go ahead and disperse these protesters. But I know this has now spread into, a much bigger area than the intersection that you're at. Are you at 24th? I don't even know what cross street you're at up there.
Are you calling this murder?
And Frank, I'm going to toss it back to you right now as we continue to learn more about what's going on here.
Okay. All right. A lot of times people see our cameras and they want to get their own message across. So once again, as we understand, about 6:50 or 7 o'clock this evening, ICE was making a traffic stop. They say that a Venezuelan immigrant, possibly migrant, jumped out of a car and started running away from the ICE officer. The ICE officer chased him down. When that happened, there was some kind of scuffle going on between them. The Department of Homeland Security says 2 other men, one with a shovel and one with a broom handle, came to that Venezuelan man, the aid of him, and started to attack the ICE agent or possibly Border Patrol agent, the federal agent. At that point, the federal government says that's when the agent drew his gun and fired and hit the Venezuelan man in the leg. We understand that man is in the hospital. We also understand the ICE agent or federal agent is in the hospital as well. This is all taking place right now in North Minneapolis near 24th Street North. So we'll keep following it. We'll get more information and facts for you in the course of the next 45 minutes, and we'll always have the latest for you on WCCO News at 10 and on our stream, CBS News Minnesota.